Hey, what's up guys? This is Fabb and welcome back to my channel. It's nice to be back and making more YouTube videos. I'm here to talk about the different documents that you need to submit for NNAS. So I know the application is really tedious and stressful. So I hope that by watching this video, you will have more knowledge and be more prepared in submitting or preparing your documents. Just a disclaimer, this is how I prepared it. I'm a registered nurse. Of course, I studied in the Philippines and then I processed my documents also in the Philippines. So this will be very personalized. If you have inquiries, I will try my best to help you guys, but I'm not part of NNAS or something. I'm just here to help. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the first document is your identity document. So basically it's just your ID cards or identification documents. There are specifications or special instructions for the ID card. So of course, you're gonna give them just the copy, but it needs to be notarized. I will get into that a bit later. So you need 2 copies or 2 IDs. At least one of them needs to have a picture and a signature. And then, so another thing is that it needs to be valid. So take note of the validity of the document. So what can you submit as your identification document? Accepted photo IDs are passports, driver's license, and other government issued IDs. Also take note if you have changes in your name, for example, you got married or legally changed your name. You need to submit a birth certificate, a marriage contract, or other legal documents to support your new name. About notarization of the copies. When you're in Canada already, all you need to do is to go to a notary public or a lawyer and have it notarized. Of course, you need to be present during notarization. But when you submit it from the Philippines, I've learned that it's gonna take more time. For example, you can't just go to the regular notary public in near City Hall or I don't know where else. Near your school. I have a lot of notary public near my school, which is in Manila. So you can't just go there for that, because there's also specific instructions for having it notarized. See, it needs, I'm looking at my copy, it needs a signature and seal of the notary public along with their address and phone number in case NNAS has to contact them, the date and the date the copy was notarized, and a written statement that the notary public has seen the originals, made the copies, and certifies that they are true copies of the original document. So I tried having it notarized in the Philippines with those kinds of notary public. Yeah, it has the name of the lawyer, but they do not give out the address and the phone number. So it doesn't satisfy the requirements of what a notarized document is. So I went to a lawyer near Pasay City Hall, and he explained to me that he needs to prepare it for apostille. I think he needs to draft something, and that draft needs to go to DFA for the apostille and registration. And I think by that time, my flight to Vancouver is really near. For me, it was really stressful to go through that process. So I chose to just wait until I arrive in Canada for it to be notarized and be sent directly to NNAS address in Philadelphia. So by the way, the identification document is the only document that would be coming from you directly, and then the rest of the documents should come from the third parties like your school, PRC or your registration board, and your work. You should shoulder the expense for the courier or the post. Like the sender address should be from your school, PRC, and from the work or institution. So for the third party forms, once you paid your application fee, it will generate the 3 forms that you need to submit the third party institutions. And then you need to print the 3 forms that they will generate for you. So the first one is the nursing education form. You're gonna submit that to your school. So in the form, there are also instructions for your school or university. But you could also instruct them to give as much details of your education as possible. So like curriculum, syllabus, course description, of course your official transcript, like everything that they can provide to accurately describe your education you had with them. For the employment form, like the education form, you need to print it and send it to your employer, and then your employer will answer whatever questions that is in the employment form, and then the employer would send it directly to NNAS. And last but not the least, the nursing registration form. You need to print it and go to the regulatory body. For us in the Philippines, it's the PRC. They sometimes call it state verification. So they have a separate lane for that. Yeah, I think they're gonna ask you how many times you take your examination, so you should try to remember how many, and that's one question that they need to answer in the form. And PRC will give instructions on how would you handle the delivery or the courier fee, so that they can send it from PRC to NNAS. And it's not required for NNAS anymore, but I'm gonna talk about the English language proficiency requirement. So since October 2022, they stopped accepting the English language proficiency, and it will be up to the regulatory board if they would require English language proficiency. But knowing Canada is an English speaking country, I still believe that they would require English language proficiency results. So you still need to prepare for that. But yeah, you need to consult the regulatory board about it now. So yeah, my NNAS application was long and tedious, but I got my results, and I hope that you would have yours as well. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you on my next video. Stay fabulously brave and beautiful. Bye!